This is Lauren Sanek at the Home Seller Homebuyer Podcast, bringing you Home Seller Episode 7, Home Selling Tips, the info buyers need. Okay, let's get started with some home selling tips and some of the information that the buyer needs and that you should give them. You've heard the usual home selling tips. Clean the place up, get the help you need, price it right. All good advice, very good advice. But what about the more direct part of the sales process? Advertising, marketing, talking to prospective buyers. Do you know what your agent will say in their advertisements, flyers, and in person? You should let buyers know almost everything. Of course, don't reveal your motivations, like how low on the price you'll go, or anything else that hurts your negotiating process, but tell them everything else they might want to know. If you think about this for a minute, you'll understand. Do you prefer shopping where the products have no prices on them? Of course not. And if you were looking at a list of vacation packages, you might pass over those that neglected to name the destinations. It's no different in shopping for a house. Of course, you may have noticed that some real estate agents sometimes advertise homes with no price or fail to say where a home is located. Why did they do this? Because the agent wants curious people to call. When a $130,000 buyer calls on an ad for a $250,000 house, which is listed with no price, the agent hopes to sell him any house he can. If a buyer thinks an advertised home is in a town they like, then they are switched to one that is nearby. In other words, these are tricks that help the agent, not the seller. Ask your agent if they use this type of tactic, and then decide for yourself how you want to proceed. Of course, the sellers of the homes advertised lose potential buyers because many people won't waste time on misleading ads or those that list no price. Usually there are enough other homes advertised with prices and decent amount of information to look at. The first of these home selling tips, then, is that more information is better. With decent information, a buyer either knows you have something they might want or they don't waste your time. Essentially, they pre-qualify themselves for you. What information do they need then? Always mention the price, the terms, if any, if you're going to be doing any financing, as well as location, style, livable square footage. That is square footage that is heated and air conditioned, number of bedrooms and bathrooms, and room dimensions. Look at newspapers, real estate guides, the internet to see what is being advertised. Try to have as much information given as you possibly can. Have additional information ready for interested buyers that preview your home in person. You want to remove as much uncertainty as possible. If the buyer will need to replace a roof in a year or two, have a quote ready. A buyer might accept a poor roof if he knows what he's getting into. He'll likely walk away if the cost of this is unknown. Nothing kills interest like uncertainty or finding out about the problem during the home inspection phase. Of course, hiding problems can be illegal as well as unethical. It is better to either resolve them or get quotes on what it will cost to resolve them. Once again, it is a matter of resolving uncertainty. A buyer is less frightened by the idea of paying $1,900 for new carpet than by the idea of paying an unknown amount for it. All of this probably fits your own experience. You are more likely to buy a house or anything else when you have more information, right? You may even pay a little more for less uncertainty. Most buyers will, so why not put this home selling tip to use and have that information available? Is your home ready for its close-up? So you think your home has curb appeal. That all-important quality stops buyers in their tracks. But can your home's allure hold up once it's reduced to photographs posted online? It had better, citing a recent National Association Realtor survey of buyers and sellers. The NAR survey found that over 90% of the people across the U.S. who bought a home used the internet while house hunting, and they rated photographs as the most useful tool in their search, followed by as much information about the home as possible, along with a virtual tour or video. Over 25% of the survey respondents reported that they got the first glimpse of the home they eventually purchased on the internet. As realestatejournal.com noted, photographs can be powerful bait for potential buyers. Good photos will grab the buyer's attention, while poor ones or lack of photos will turn them away completely. Thank you for listening to the Home Seller Episode 7. Episode 8 will be talking more about photographs. We are grateful for the time you have taken to listen to this podcast, and we look forward to your input on what you would like to hear about in future podcasts. You can find the show notes at www.homesellerhomebuyer.com, and you can leave your comments, questions, and suggestions there, or you can email us at info@homesellerhomebuyer.com. Tell your friends, family, and coworkers about Home Seller Homebuyer Podcast. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to the Home Seller Homebuyer Podcast and catch us on the next episode. Thank you for listening and stay informed.